She's yours. Well, welcome back to another episode. Anna, you ready?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
You all right?
Yeah, man.
Welcome back to another episode. Girl, yes, we're going to hurry to get to this episode so we can eat. We need a meal. We're famished. We're starving. All of the above. Okay? Yes. Welcome back to another episode of CHRISSIE. I'm one of the most controversial people you know, CHRISSIE.
And it is I, Anna, the authentic one.
And together we are
CHRISSIE.
Whew, we just had a good little key before we got on here. So it was a good little refresher to get us through this episode and get us on out of here on the road. So what we got going on, fresh on the whistle on segment is
Well, it's Sunday, August 5th. So as we all know, this day is in remembrance of Fade in the water, fade in the water, children, fade in the water. God's gonna trouble the water.
Shout out.
Shout out. On this day, last summer,
well,
the world witnessed what was the fade in the water when that young man swam to the shore to help the security guard. That young man, who is also known as Aquaman, shout out to you. You was raised right.
Yes, he was. Shout out to that man who ain't get no jail time and who still got his motherfucking job. Who was that? Montgomery Fade, Alabama.
Yes.
Shout out to y'all and shout out to every single last camera, phone, and video that was out on the boat and recorded it and made sure
we got all the
witness. Yes. Can I get a witness in my Kurt Franklin voice? Okay. Thank y'all. Today we remember.
So I came across this. I thought this was funny as shit. Not the Negro spiritual. I'm sorry. I feel like, oh my God. I just had to make sure I was living real life just now because oh my God.
I felt like you needed that. Somebody called Jasmine that.
You know, I be cracking up when you sing that part of Drake's song every time. Someone told me they felt like I fell off.
I needed that.
So let us just play this.
Shit.
I thought this was funny as shit. Cause you an asshole.
Shit. I felt like we needed the Negro spiritual.
Literally less than a month to figure out what we're doing for water. Thank you so much for bringing this to our attention. I myself can't celebrate you not.
Wait, Paul, start that over.
Yeah, what?
Let me see if I can.
Whoa.
Sorry, y'all. We had a little technical difficulty.
Yeah, what the heck was that?
This is the long ass name one, right?
No. Fade in the water.
Oh, that's right, because there's a video connected to that one. Give us a second, y'all. Wait a minute. Ooh. Oh, shit. Keep moving.
Oh, I'm trying not to touch it. You don't touch it. I don't.
Here we go. So let me just turn it up. All right, black people, here we go.
Literally less than a month to figure out what we're doing for Fade in the Water. Thank you so much for bringing this to our attention. I myself cannot wait to celebrate the inaugural Fade in the Water Day. I just love holidays. Juneteenth, Valentine's Day, Christmas, Easter, Cinco de Mayo, April Fools. Just call me Joan Carol Clayton. If you know, you know. So I did take the liberty of putting together a list so that we all can make sure that our celebrations are up to par, near and far. First things first, the menu. We will be having seafood.
Period.
It happened at the marina. Okay. The fish will be fried and sold to shrimp, and if you can't eat that, sides of your choice, okay? Next, swim lessons. We'll be having community swim lessons because none of this would have happened if Aquaman hadn't jumped in that water and saved old dude, okay? So old heads will be learning, the babies will be learning, butterfly, backstroke, freestyle. We're all getting in the water.
Bottom line.
Thirdly, merch. Graphic design should have been in a week ago, but we can see what we can do. I myself already have a bucket hat and 3 shirts because I don't know how many celebrations I'm going to that day. Number 4, dramatic reenactment. For those 13 years or younger, I want this to be like Easter Sunday pageants, Christmas Eve
Yeah.
I want to see what those little Denzels and Violas have up their sleeves.
Yeah.
Next, musical chairs. But the last two standing have the slap box with that folding chair, honey. Put it on FanDuel. Let's make some money. Last but not least, another educational aspect. I think we should all learn about Shirley Chisholm, her legacy, what she's done in her clearly less.
Period. That was a good wrap up of things to do for Fade in the Water. Seafood, swimming lessons, Shirley Chisholm,
Slap boxing.
and the last one got the bra for it all.
There you go.
I can appreciate that. So, I know things were kind of tricky this year because it's new. It's the first annual. I get it. It's still very early on. But y'all, next year, we got to get ready, okay? Get the seafood boils on deck. This is Juneteenth part 2.
That's what I was thinking too. Yeah, we got to kind of like amp it
If
up.
y'all think about it, now we officially have 3 parts of the year where we cut up as Black people.
Yes.
We have the month of February for Black History Month. We cut up the entire month of June, even though Juneteenth is only on one day. And now we have August 5th, Fade in the Water. Y'all, the time is now. Do you hear me? Get them seafood boils, get them swimming lessons, okay? Get them backstrokes and them butterflies ready. Like she said, get that merch down pat, because I don't know how many events we going to next year on the 5th, but we outside. Okay, and get them folding chairs together. I might give me a little folding chair purse or something. You know, give me a little baseball cap.
And you little cat.
Yeah, give me a little baseball cap in the shape of a folding chair, little something,
Yeah,
something.
there you go. And just
Period.
you know.
And let it swing. Okay.
I'm done with you.
I totally love it. I can absolutely appreciate the energy
Yes.
behind
In remembrance of
the
struggle.
behind wanting to celebrate that. So, what else we got going on this week?
Something random. I thought, when I tell you, I don't know why I was busting out laughing when I heard this. I said, what the hell? You know, I have this fascination with names. So I found something else to put in what's going on for names. Because I just couldn't contain myself when I heard this. Listen to this little girl. Listen to this girl tell her what her name is.
Oh, baby, what's your name?
Oh. What the hell?
It didn't come up for me. That's why I put my phone down too.
Oh, wow. So I guess they deleted it. Plans. Something else. We're doing something else anyway.
Oh, okay. Post was removed.
So, yeah, they removed it. There's nothing we can do about that. So, let's just jump right into the boss of the week, I guess. I guess we can do that.
Yeah. Speaking of long ass name, I got a long ass name. What was the gist of it? Was it just somebody who had a long name?
No.
Or something that recently
She had a long, this girl was talking, it probably took her 30 seconds to say her whole name. That's how many names she had.
Oh.
First names. 1 or 2 middle names, and then the last name.
Was she of any particular culture or
She was black.
Did she explain like what was the purpose behind her parents naming her all those names?
I can't even remember. I was so taken aback that I'm like, for me personally, the first thing that came to my mind, how did you learn how to memorize the order in which those names went? It was literally almost, you would imagine.
To spell them all.
I'm not even kidding, y'all. She had like 20 names. No bullshit. I'm not kidding. Jamaica, that's how she was saying her name. Like, she literally was saying it like it was right, like it was spoken word. That's how long her name was. I kid you not. I was like,
I wonder if she chose to go by a different name each day.
Either way, she not lying.
That's what I'm saying.
You know?
Like, because all of those are in it. But legally, how did they pass that off?
I don't know.
Like, I wonder if that's actually really true, or like there has to be some sort of law behind it.
I don't know.
Behind having too many names, because all of that shit can't fit on no birth certificate. Is there a law behind
We would have to
the
look
Linda names on a birth certificate?
I don't know. I have never seen it.
It's a law on name type, but they'll stop you from naming your child like certain things. We've seen that before, so why is it not a law or a stipulation on length?
I guess because they
your
probably
mom
felt
named
like that's up to her mama. I don't know.
Uh,
I thought about that too. I'm like, well, how did that process go about, and how did she even pick the order? Did she just take all the list of names that she had for her baby and just like name her those? Because that's what it gave me. I don't know. I just thought it was crazy. It was crazy how many names she had. Like, yeah. So yeah,
Interesting.
just that.
I know people who have no middle names at all. To see somebody have multiple first names
It's insane.
It's crazy. All right, so who is the boss of the week? Speaking of names and children, you spoiled little rottens. This week's Boss of the Week is Spoiled Rotten Kids Academy. They are now enrolling. Beyond exceptional, we offer drop-in services and around-the-clock care to meet your needs. So you guys can call or DM them. Their telephone number is 856-288-5310, or you can DM them at Spoiled with a T. Yes, Rotten Kiddies, _ Academy. Once again, that is Spoiled with a T, Rotten Kiddies _ Academy on Instagram if you are interested in looking for child care services. They also they have a summer camp as well, so we're looking for, I guess if they still have it open, probably for next year, because it's over. I forgot how late we are in the summer. That shit goes so fast.
Summer has somewhere to be.
I be reading this shit like, oh shit, my bad, y'all can't do it. It's way over.
And I feel bad because parents spending all this money on camp, and it's just gonna be like they wake up and now they gotta spend more money on back to school. That shit is insane.
Yeah. So I saw a post earlier that said these teachers is on vacation all summer and then they want GoFundMe to you to donate to their classrooms. I was like, that's real.
Look here.
That's real shit. Bitch, I just saw your fucking teacher in Cancun. She better not ask me for no donation as soon as school start. Fuck you talking about that bitch would have run the shots for everybody. Shit.
What about
all right, let's get into the topic. So
speaking of teachers and parents,
I was just about to say the word. I thought this was interesting. Because the moment I heard it, I was like, yeah, you absolutely have to. And it made me think about what my grandma used to say to me all the time when I was younger. You gotta remember to call your, the elders in your family and keep up with them and all that. And I'm like,
check in on them. Yeah.
I hear you. Just give me some time, but I ain't forget about y'all. I'm just not gonna be calling you every single day. But again, as we get older, then you realize more of the value. This is when I was younger, but as you get older, you realize more of the value in, communicating with your parents often and making sure you have that relationship with them, because life transitions differently as an adult. The same trauma or the same hiccups that you go through as a child, you're not going through as an adult. And because your parents have experienced that already, you may be able to take more insight from them. So anyway, it's just important to really have a good relationship with your parents. So we named this particular topic.
If you can. Now, we ain't gonna force nothing.
Yeah, and if your parent is a good person, because all your parents not good people. Yeah. I can totally understand why some of y'all don't fuck with y'all.
I get it. Yes.
So this is for those who, like I said, for those who can do. For those who won't or don't,
And maybe if you desire that, you can get that with someone else, an older mentor or something like that. Yeah. Who knows? But yeah, we can hop into it though.
All right, so we titled this Parental Link.
All the time you spend with your child in between the ages of them being a baby and 18, because once they leave the house, scraps on my mind. I'm like, damn, I got 2 more years before I probably hardly ever see my oldest. Did you see your grandfather? Okay, good. Yeah. I don't see my grandfather. That's actually something he said one time. By the time you leave your house, you probably only see your parents maybe 3-4 times a year. So now, if you add that up with the average age that you'll live to, you're probably only going to see your parents maybe 30 or 40 times. When I read this, I was like, every single week we're hanging out. That's a fact. So now we come over once a week, or we go over there once a week. But it's like every single week we gotta see each other, because that shit was terrifying.
And I thought that was so interesting, because I don't necessarily know where he read this article or got these numbers from, but for that to be true, I was like, wow. So you only see your parents, and when you break it down number-wise, about 30 or 40 times beyond adulthood, I'm like, oh, no, fuck that. I know I seen my mom more than 30 or 40 times.
Yeah, me too, but it makes sense, because when I think about how much time I did see her, I'm like, yeah, it makes sense. Especially in my 20s, like right after college, it was like once I left home, it was just like, I was just like, not that I didn't talk to her, but I did go through a period where it was just like kind of like I didn't talk to them as often as I should have. So, and it's crazy that that wound up on the outline, because my mom literally just said to us recently, like, listen, I don't care what the hell y'all doing any other time, but once a month we need to, even if we're meeting somewhere to have dinner, if we're doing brunch, even if y'all just coming over and I'm cooking for y'all, or I come to y'all make me a meal, cool, that's fine. Mm-hmm. But we need to be fellowshipping, we need to be talking, and making sure we're all, keeping up with one another. Because once a month, that's only 12 times a year. That's still not a lot. And these months definitely do be going by fast, so it can seem like,
that we are in August.
Okay. So
the last quarter of the year is quickly approaching.
So yes, I do agree with that. I'm actually even planning to see my daddy because I'm like, just because he moved, I don't want him to feel like that. We just like, okay, well, you're down there by yourself, so we're trying to plan for that right now. Excuse me.
It just goes hand in hand into what we talked about several weeks ago with being intentional about the friendships.
Yep.
You have to be intentional about all your relationships as you become an adult, because we all have different lives, whether it's your parents, your siblings, your friend, your partner, whatever. We all are living different lives, and we all have different schedules. So you have to be intentional about spending that quality time. Me and my dad definitely aim for at least once a month to go out. My mom is inviting me to church at least every other week. I told her because I got another story. But anyway, but I do need to see. I talk to my mom dinner every single day, but I don't see her.
That's all every day.
We were just talking about that recently too. She was like, "Oh, well, it's only an hour or something." I said, "Well, it's an hour or something. I gotta drive, bitch. I need to spend the night."
I'm done with you. That is not a long time.
It is. I gotta drive in.
I understand, and after being there for all day long,
that's
but
I said if I'm gonna drive there just to sit on your couch and talk to you, bitch, we can FaceTime.
Don't be like that. Go be in the presence.
I said we can't go do something. I said we need to be doing something. I'm not gonna drive over there to sit on the couch.
Yes, you are.
Shit. No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not. I'm not.
Well, then take something for y'all to do.
I said we gotta do something. Like we
take something for y'all to do. Sometimes it's all you want. Sometimes it's all your mom want. I'm telling you,
yo. I get it, and I'm not negating it. But like she wouldn't just drive just to sit on my couch.
Well, I mean, I guess y'all have that in common.
Like certain things just don't make sense to me. I'm not driving just to sit on somebody's couch. Like that's tiring as hell. Like over an hour to sit on somebody's couch is crazy. I said we need to be doing something. Be able to barbecue, which I bring the ribs.
I'm done with you.
If you're having a dinner or something, I'm coming over.
Well, she's gonna cook while you're there. You know she is.
No. Don't
be like that.
I am the one kid she just won't randomly cook for.
Oh, I'm telling her what you said.
Go ahead. I call her
right
now.
I'm telling her what you said.
I call her right now.
Let me see.
I said call her. Shit. She told her. I'm telling her what let me watch me. Let me see.
Sorry. I hate you.
But no, I definitely get what you're saying in regards to, so I definitely make efforts to see and spend time with my family. Like my brother even just said last week, his dad would put together a little brunch or something for us. Like I'll text you on the day or whatever like that. We'll send it out. All right. Even if it's over, I'll drive for it. Let me just not down on the couch. Okay. Just sit on the couch. Just not on the couch. So yes, if you can, if the opportunity is there, like Anna said, if they are also willing to have that relationship and be diligent about seeing your parents.
Yeah, surprise them. Make them do something that's really fun that you feel like they would never want to do, but just surprise them.
Yeah, I do.
I feel like I get the best responses with that. Like, they be like, no, the fuck you didn't.
Yeah.
You're going to do it.
Now, see, I mean, you wouldn't like if they did it to you.
They already have.
But
I've been doing that for a lifetime. That's all right.
But you know that we is not looking no more, Craig.
I can get their ass back.
No, see, my parents know what to do and what not to do with me. Don't do that. I love you. Don't do that though. Okay.
Miss, I don't like surprises. But anyway, so jumping into the second topic. I thought that this was crazy. Now I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. This would have been the one time I probably would have got fired. So, I'm just gonna read this to you.
Please.
Imagine you at work in the workplace, right? So there was this bill collector calling our work phones looking for a coworker, right? They were calling the numbers in sequential order, and everyone hung up on them except one person who told them that the woman was present at work, and she's just not answering her phone. When so they asked her why she would do that. Everybody pretty much on the floor that worked with them was like, well, why would you do that? You know. So they was like, well, she should pay her bills. So the coworker was terrified. She was crying. You could see she was clearly like scared. She was in distress. So she shared that she thinks that her ex is trying to confirm that she was at work so he could, get in contact with her, but she currently had a restraining order against him. So after work, they got the security guards to walk up to the car, and sure enough, lo and behold, who's waiting in her car outside? Buddy. So they escorted her back into the building and called the police. Her family had to come pick her up from work. And they said that they worked with her for years after that incident. And they was like, this is something that they never forgot. And they felt like it was so fucked up because they saw the terror in her face. I would have had to beat that person the fuck up. I'm sorry. It's no way in the world. Like, for me personally, what do you gain out of that? And this is all coming from someone asking, like, what's the wildest situation that happened to your place of employment? That is crazy to have somebody out you like that, assuming it's because you strictly didn't pay a bill.
To not like her. Either this person had to not like her, or she must have pissed this person off, maybe work-wise. They made her put some extra workload or something on her. Whatever it was, you have to be completely not fond of somebody to give a fuck that much. Because you could have just not answered the phone.
Yeah. Because honestly,
why would you give a fuck enough to answer the phone and say, oh yeah, she just not, like you were being vindictive.
Mm-hmm. It was a method. It was a method. And I'm like, honestly, think about it. It's 2024. What bill collectors?
And this is probably
calling your job for you.
So yeah, this is probably years old, but still.
That's what I'm thinking. Like, this had to be really, really old. But I'm just like, come on, like, I don't care who it is. If you're calling and this person is here and it's something that's been happening consistently, obviously in my mind, I'm gonna start to say, okay, this person is completely being like, overbearing, overwhelming. Like maybe she's got stalker. Because I have people I know that's been through shit like that. Like niggas showing up to their job and all kinds of stuff. So for me personally, I would have just not answered the phone like you said. Like, and for me personally, I would have had to run with her. Like right there. Like it couldn't wait for the parking lot. It couldn't wait for afterward. It could not wait. It could not wait because you couldn't wait to answer that phone.
Clearly, she was so fearful that she probably wasn't even. She probably
in her right mind,
like how we're thinking like right now. But for sure, you were fucking with my livelihood, so I'm gonna fuck with yours.
I'm just going off the basis we don't know what this woman has done to even just avoid him completely. So
yeah,
that would make me mad. Like, bitch, do you know what I've been through? Like, I done got a new car, I done moved, I done changed my phone number, I changed my emails, and you gonna fuck sit here and let this motherfucker get in contact with me? No. And if the boss don't do nothing, you gonna get fucked up too. It's like, no, I ain't gonna fuck up the boss. But I'm just saying, that's just messed up though. Like, nah, that's messed up. Because there should be, honestly, I'm willing to bet that there is a policy that was put in place for that though. You're not supposed to be able to just tell somebody here or not. It gotta be an emergency or something like that.
Yeah. That part. But if you think about if you're thinking about the time frame though, think about the scenario.
If it was in the 90s or something like that.
Yeah, it sounds like it was probably in the 80s or the 90s when you said the bill collectors was
calling their job.
The co-workers' phone. So they was probably on desk lines and they was probably calling, like you said, they called it consecutive order, it said. So it was probably calling their job.
But that right there alone should let you know. What bill collector is doing that though? Right. Like, I could see them calling maybe a different number every time trying to get in contact with them, just like off the strength, but like, in one day for them to call, and then in sequential order, like something's wrong. I just thought that was really scary, and I feel like if you, as a person, if you got problems with somebody, if you do some shit like that, something gonna happen to you.
I'm trying to think.
That's crazy.
The craziest shit that ever happened to me
at work.
At work.
I don't know.
Well, it didn't specifically happen in my particular department or our area, but when I worked in child welfare, there was a supervisor who got killed. Remember the supervisor who got shot?
Oh my goodness, yeah, I remember that. I remember that situation.
So like, yeah, although it wasn't mine, like I was within that.
Yeah.
That was definitely a crazy instance. Oh, I had a coworker. I knew of a coworker, same thing. I believe it was a child welfare who got trapped on a block during a visit because I think it was like a shootout or something that happened, and the cops had the block blocked off, and she was in the house. She was doing a house doing a visit when it happened, and they couldn't get out. Oh yeah, I definitely got. I got locked up before, and it was active shooters and shit outside. That happened to me before. Like it was crazy. For a short period of time, I got locked in a prison. Oh yeah, no, we can't do that. I can't feel like I'm supposed to be here with you. Short period of time. Very brief. I know it was enough for you to not want to have that happen again, though. I'm pretty sure because even if you visited or going there for work, it felt like you supposed to. Go through the process. The only thing that made me nervous because I was on the male side, so I was concerned about being raped. Yeah, that was my biggest concern. But as far as fighting for my life, getting out that bitch, I wasn't really concerned about that. Y'all gonna let me out this motherfucker because I'm ready to make the food. You hear me? I wasn't really worried about that part. I was just worried about being sexually assaulted because they didn't see pussy in the wrong side. And bitch on my mama on my hood.
I don't know. I be hearing some things about
they do, but still, they might try to swing my way, either way. I don't fucking know, bitch. I need to protect both hoes.
You know what? Here we go with these hoes again. Anyway, you had my mom cracking up when she was binge watching the but she said, she called me crying laughing like, Chrissy is crazy as bad shit.
What I do?
We will talk about that later.
I ain't even say shit. I swear
Chrissy go up the hole. It's like,
I was like, yes, you're right. I taught you that. You're supposed to.
no, you not.
I'm like, Mom,
You can tear that tissue. That's not healthy.
I don't just be scratching my asshole.
Ask your doctor. But anyway, so. But
she still like
it was just that from one of the memes. Like, you know what I'm talking about? But anyway, the craziest thing that happened to me at work one day, I used to be, at a child care facility like over 10 years ago. Long story short, there was a situation I had, I'm dealing with small children, preschool age. So when you're outside, kids run around, they get hurt, all kinds of things like that. The procedure is you do the incident report right away. You let the parent know what happened, blah, blah, blah. You take the proper precautions. Well,
what's the motherfucking procedure when a gun to your head?
I did
that.
I
had to say that.
I'm crying. So I did that and it wasn't good enough. Girl, don't you know? Somebody parent showed up to the center. I lied to you not. And I'm gonna tell you, because first of all, she was in the middle of getting her hair done. So sis definitely just lift the dryer up and just came. My mom would have did that for me too, but once she would have knew what was happening, she wouldn't have been like that. So, it just so happened that the grandparents got the message before she did. I don't know how that was communicated to her. She showed up very irate and angry and she wanted to fight me. Yeah, she wanted to fight me. She let me know she wanted to fight me. Now, me being me. That's fine. I turned around. When I tell you the person who was supervising me was nowhere to be found, haul ass. She was scared as shit. So to eat my dust. That's how quick she got up out of there. I turned around. I'm on the floor by myself. So I'm like, oh, well, if it go down, I'm just going to have to rumble her because I'm not letting nobody just roll up on me. You know what I'm saying? Because she was really aggressive. She was like, yeah, it's a problem. I'm explaining. I said, what did you? I said, would you like a physical copy of the report? I said, because it really wasn't the whole situation. Basically, your son was, too close to the person that was going up the little, the little caterpillar thing.
Not what you thought it was.
Yeah, it's not what you thought it was. He wasn't not supervised or
accident.
anything like that. It was just an accident. He was an avid climber. He was very athletic and agile. He loved to climb. So he was in the playground and somebody had slipped. And because he wasn't following the rules about how, you let the first child get all the way over and then you climb up. That helps eliminate injury. Girl, he didn't pay no attention, so he had a little skid mark right here because her sneaker had went into his eye. He was fine. There was no blood, nothing. Just skin missing. That's it. Wound was cared for. Incident report was done right away. Phone calls was made. I followed the procedure. I did what I was supposed to do. So for me in my head, it's like, well, why would you leave me on the floor and you see this person is irate? She really wanted to fight.
It sounds like she probably had an issue with that parent before, and that's probably when the parent probably was on her ass sometime in the past, and she's like, I don't even want to do this.
But it's so funny because she was one of those people that had a lot of this though. But and I'm cool as a cucumber the whole time because I'm just I gotta really try to diffuse this, de-escalate this situation and not meet her energy because I need my job, period. But what's not gonna happen is my safety not about to get jeopardized. So for me to think level-headed, I had to stay calm. Because I'm like, this lady, she's got the Xanax paper is swinging, the keys is swinging, pocketbook is everywhere. I'm like, your tracks is hanging half off your head. What's up? Get your child and go home and let's talk about it when you have calmed down. All I simply asked her was to do, would you like a physical copy of the incident report? And she just kept going on. I said, I'm going to ask you again. I said, I left the message. I'm not sure how this was communicated to you, but your child is 1,000% fine. As you can see, he's right here, right? I need you to calm down. I said, because what's happening is you're going to make other parents be upset because you're scaring other children in here. You're being, we can talk about, I said, if you want to have a meeting, we can. No, because kept trying to go to outside. All right, ma'am, I'm not going to argue with you no more. I'm going back to where I'm supposed to be at. And if you want to be outside, be outside.
I walk out that bitch.
And that's one of the situations where I had to leave that company because I really felt like I was left in the dirt. I got to speak then for myself. I said, well, I'm not about to get beat up on Because she wasn't going to beat me up. She wasn't going to whoop me.
All right, we are back.
Yes.
We're going to go ahead and jump into the reality check. We've really been getting into these conversations today. My fucking editor put it out.
Girl, okay. And I'm going
on and off the scene.
I can't.
Okay, shit.
So, we were talking about, okay, so, all right. This reality check was definitely interesting, and it was more of a reality check for the person who actually posted it because, you know, he had a realization. So this guy talks about how, you know, he was a truck driver. He was out driving around doing his route or whatever like that. He stopped at the rest stop real fast to take a break, use the bathroom, wash his hands, and go back. On his way, you know, and when he was coming out, you know, from going to the bathroom in his break, he got a message saying that he didn't have to take his time because his next drop off wasn't ready to receive the load. So he pretty much had time to sit there, order a meal, and hang out or whatever like that. So he did just that. So when he was sitting down, he noticed that it was a white family over there, and it was this guy turning like 80 something or something like that. And he, you know, out of courtesy, because he was a young, you know, respectful black man, said, you know, happy birthday. That's a lot of life to live. That's a lot of memories to have, you know, to the man. And this is how the conversation unfolds. Let me just tell you.
See, when you get to being nice, this is why I'm not fake friendly with you.
Quick story that has me literally shaking like.
Wait, let me just put it on where I need to put it so y'all can get the gist of the story. You just listened to it? Wasn't it interesting?
Times that look like me to leave people that look like.
So I can't get it to go where I need to go. It's acting crazy. So pretty much the man was telling him about how he was a firefighter, right? Back in the 60s and 70s, because he said he called him over there and was like, young man, like, you know, it is a lot of life to have, but there's a lot of regrets that I have also. It's a lot of regrets to live with. So he goes in and starts telling him about how he was a firefighter back in the day and how basically like he had to leave people that looked like him to burn and die. And he was like, till this day, that memory still lives with me. Like you know, he's done therapy and stuff like that. He was like, but like it always haunts him. And he was like, and like, you know, the last time that it happened to him, in particular, he went in to rescue somebody and it was an infant, a black infant. And when he saw that it was a black infant, he turned around and left out and let the child die in the fire. And he was like, it never sat well with him. He said after that day he quit. He stopped being a firefighter altogether, just left the profession. But you know, and he was like, you know, and he was like, yo, you think about how many ways racism is, you know, embedded in this country. Mm-hmm. He said, but you never really, like, it's certain ways that you never really think that, you know, people are thinking about how to keep us under. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He was like, so you don't be thinking like, oh yeah, I'm not going to say, oh, I want to just another Hakeem dead today. Fuck it. Like, you know, you should just write it off as just written our race of, you know, because it's not like
we see stuff like that in movies and
we
TV series being, but I'm like, that's not a joke. It's written as real entertainment because it's real.
I think to some people,
firefighter stuff.
Yeah.
He's so used to seeing police brutality.
That's what he's
embedded within the entire culture.
But people don't think about it on that magnitude because even with the healthcare and stuff like that, you have some people who have never, like, they will argue damn, like, my doctor is great, I've never had that situation, da, da, da. Little do you know, honey, you have been blessed and fortunate to have that experience. Because a lot of people, the infant mortality rate speaks for itself. A lot of people don't know about these numbers because they don't give a fuck about it. And some of them are people who have children. It's just not something that interests or they take interest to. Yeah. So I see that, you know, you and I would think of something like that, but I see how it just smacked the shit out of him because I think in that moment he just realized the magnitude of how much time was dedicated and predicated upon. We cannot let these people succeed in life at all on no level. We need to keep them at base. And I think it just was like, damn, to see something. And I think what made it more real to him was the fact that this man is sitting here telling you his lived experience about how he lives that hell every single day. And he probably will die feeling that way.
To work, to do that. This, turn around. Like that's how they were trained.
Mm-hmm.
But like, again, that's why police brutality still exists. They did not change. And that's why the laws, that's why racism still is as blatant and as bold as it is today. They didn't change the Constitution. They didn't change the code of conduct and all of that with the boys and girls. Everything is still the same. Everything is still the same. So all the racial practices that they implemented is all still there to this day. So no matter what you try to change, or y'all can throw all the DEI terms around that you want, black and brown folks that you want. But the rules are still the rules. And that's how they play the game.
Mm-hmm.
And as long as those are still the rules to the game, we gonna forever have the result that we had.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No matter how hard we fight against it, as long as those are still the rules, that's it.
I think some people need to have these kind of run-ins with people because I think there are some people out there who look like you and I who really have this thing in their head where they don't know, they ain't worried about you, they don't care about you, they worried about money. Nah, let me tell you how your money not green to them.
Yeah.
Let me tell you how your money is not green to them. For some reason, their money is greener. For
and
some fucking
every
reason.
Single person,
and it's not every single person,
it's
right?
Very prevalent.
Yep.
It's very front facing if you just, sometimes you don't even have to choose to pay attention to it, it's just there.
Yep.
But if you're choosing to be ignorant and to be blinded to it, then it will you will not see it. And you will think it's just, they're not worried about me. And really, you don't even realize that that's why you're still stuck in some of the same situations.
Absolutely.
That you in there because somebody is literally suppressing you.
Right. And, just be more mindful. I try to be mindful of other people's experiences. While I do not wish for anyone to have anything like that happen to them, there are some people who kind of need that and to have a wake-up call. Like, what? Like, yo, this shit is still real. It is.
I mean, to me, I compare it just to the people who say, Donald Trump gave everybody money.
Oh my God! I'm just saying
it's the same level of ignorance that I compare it to.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay, and if you really believe that, you really are fucking ignorant. And realistically, I don't even need to further any conversation with you. Because I feel like that's going to make me dumber.
It's going to rub off on you.
Yeah, I don't like that. And I can't stand stupid.
Yeah, girl.
I can't stand stupid.
Girl. Yeah, well, to be willfully ignorant, I think that's so dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
Willfully ignorant. It's one thing to not know, but once you know better and you don't do better, it's like,
exactly. Mm-hmm. And that's the kind of shit that gets me emotionally, makes me mad. It's like, really? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, sorry we couldn't play the video or the audio specifically for you guys, but hopefully you guys got the gist of it. And, really just, again, if you encounter someone that's different or even if you notice, because we all have our unconscious biases, with everything, not even just race. So I just be more aware. You know what I mean? I just say increase your awareness as much as you can when it comes to all levels and in all things and in all sectors and factors of life. That would be the best way. Y'all are loud as hell.
Yeah, I feel like being culturally aware can only help you, not hurt you. Doesn't mean you have to necessarily agree with everything they do or subscribe to it. It just certainly means that you're aware and that you present yourself in a way that it's respectable to you and your beliefs, and you're not crossing any boundaries with them.
For sure. That's one of the things that as Americans we just kind of fucked up with. You think it's because somebody doesn't agree with us that they automatically offended. It's just like, no, you don't have to agree with somebody to be able to understand. Say, you know what? I get it. I don't agree, but I get it. I'm not going to engage. I'm not going to practice that, but I get it. Like, it's okay to agree to disagree.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is. It's healthy, actually.
Yes.
If everyone thought the same, the world would be so freaking blah, boring, and bland. Like, we don't need that. A bunch of Me Too's. Like, no thanks. I think not. But yeah, that's all we have.
Not in that sense, but yeah.
Oh yeah. Wow. Yeah.
I really just like, let me just make sure.
Yeah, please do not, because YouTube, y'all are so abrasive. Y'all have to calm down. Okay.
YouTube want to fight.
They want to fight.
They want to throw them bowls.
I've been reading your comments. Y'all is going hard. Okay.
For no reason.
My opinion is my opinion, and your opinion is your opinion.
YouTube is clickbaiters. Like, y'all don't even watch the full episode before y'all just be going in. Y'all watch that 15, 30, or that 60 seconds and just go off. Watch the full fucking episode before you get it into. But of course y'all don't, because y'all just
they don't want to.
They don't want to.
It's easier to just comment and say some shit they'll never say to you to your face and keep it pushing with their lives. It's literally that.
But either way, I don't care.
Right, me neither.
So I would really.
You're still here again, though.
I would really.
You're here again.
I'm like, keep saying you when I see you. When I see you. See you.
All right. Well, that's all we have for y'all this week. It's been real. It's been hot. Try to chill.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Don't forget to rate, like, subscribe, and share with somebody that you know. Meet us back here next Sunday. And we gotta get somebody else on this couch. We want to get somebody else on this couch real soon.
We is.
Coming up.
Yes.
So stay tuned. Listen close by. I'm sorry, I did not hurt you. I swear to God, it was the leather. It was the leather. Okay?
Yes.
So we'll see you next week. Love you all. Bye.
Oh yeah, sorry.
What?
Shout out to my daddy. Happy birthday, daddy.
Oh, happy birthday, Foster Dad.
And your brother too. Happy birthday.
Oh yeah, I forgot about him. Happy 30th birthday, brother. I love you.
I'm gonna punch her in the face.